Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and give my honest thoughts on how that project is being ran. And today, I'm very excited to be checking out the 6th most popular project in all of games, that is Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall, a story-rich, quick-start adventure board game for 1 to 4 players from the makers of Descent, The Witcher 3, ... So, I gotta say, the main image that I had was a different one than this, and I think they spruced up that main image to this one. I think this image looks nicer. That being said, it's just focusing on some pretty generic artwork right here. I think maybe focusing on some components, or how many pages is in this adventure book, or the minis, or something else I feel like here could potentially sell it a little better. I don't know what that is. I think we'll see it as we go through the page. But I think they absolutely crushed it on this brief description here. A story-rich, quick start adventure board game for 1 to 4 players. They got the player count from the makers of Descent, The Witcher 3, so they're mentioning huge intellectual property games there, and it's already raised $43,000. It just launched today. I'm excited to check this one out. Arcane League of Legends, wow. So big names there. As always, when you go in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? That's what you need to convince every big Kickstarter backer. Let's go. Short and sweet, 130. So, I honestly, this is very, very well made. But I honestly at first thought this was just the intro, like, that was going to have their name. Like Riot Games, whatever their company is. But I think they're showing me artwork from the game. I'm not quite sure yet.
Welcome to Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall, an epic cooperative campaign game for up to 4 players.
45 to 60, ages 14 plus, 1 to 4 players. I love the fact we're spotlighting that.
That can be played in less than an hour per session.
Ooh, that's a slick box. And now I have a very concrete idea in my mind the size of this box. And I'm pretty excited about the amount of game I'm getting in this box. Wait. I actually think this might be a megally large box. Like a Quad Heroes size box. Now that is a box, agreed. That's a big hefty one.
The game's designed so you can easily get it to the table without sacrificing complexity.
Giving me Gloomhaven vibes there with how that was organized. That's a great feel to give. That is just an absolutely fantastic, drop-dead gorgeous, clean and clear place center area. There's useful information here. There's spots to put the cards, the book. This looks great.
Each player will take on the role of one of 6...
Spotlighting the acrylics. Now we're showcasing the components, and I go back to that main image, and I'd say, I think acrylics move the needle. People love acrylics. I think you showcase those acrylics. At least let me know there's some acrylics in this. Tell me how big this adventure book is.
Unique seekers. Heroes.
Everybody's asymmetrical characters. Love that. Love that. Awesome.
With the power to save the world of Atios from the chaos of darkness. Your adventure unfolds between quests and exploration.
Ooh, so we're going to be opening envelopes as we progress through the game. If you have never played a game where you get to open envelopes, it's absolutely exhilarating. It's exciting as you're unlocking new content for the game as you progress. It just... fantastic. I love the fact they spotlighted that. Great job.
Players will utilize unique seeker powers, action cards, and boosts to overcome progressively difficult combat.
Now, one thing I also want to give them kudos for. I feel like they've done a good job spotlighting the card quality of their game just by how they've shot it and how I can see how it's glistening on different edges, which might just all be a digital effect, but I feel like they did a great job here of making me feel good about the components there.
Challenges. As you explore the world, you'll uncover the people, places, and opportunities in Atios, making allies and enemies as you go.
Wow, tons of standees. That's a really nice shot. Literally, we'll be opening Envelope X for the first time in Gloomhaven next game, and I'm very excited, just like Chris. Yeah, it's new stuff for the game. It's just...
Throughout, you'll encounter story choices.
Nice. Choosing stories. I can stop, pause this, and read this. Excellent.
That change the course of your quest and the trajectory of your party. All of this lets you improve your character with new equipment and abilities. Your next epic campaign game is here. Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall, now on Kickstarter.
Your next epic campaign game. I like how they chose those words. I would almost mention those words potentially up here. So, nearly raised to $50,000. 352 backers. This one's without a doubt probably going to fund. Awesome. 21 days left to go. First created, 27 backed. New game studio, experienced developer Kevin Wilson, Arkham Horror Descent, Katarsia Radusiak, Witcher 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Thronebreaker, Chris Butler, League of Legends, and Jane Chung Hoffaker, Arcane League of Legends, and more. So they're saying all these people came together, made this game. Cool. It's a mega game. You got to get on it. With those names, I feel comfortable in the can you do it. And once again, spotlighting the games that they've made is just, that does it. That does it. Awesome. All right, Kinfire Chronicles, got big stuff, cool things. Call to action. Wow, I have no idea what this is, but this is exciting. So this is good. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes here, bringing people, engaging people, hopefully. Kinfire Chronicles Nightfall. So do I want it? Yes. I feel like the first 30 seconds where we just lagged on the theme was a little bit obnoxious. But once we got into the meat and potatoes of things, I feel like they really sold themselves pretty well there. I know this is going to be a very large box, which means I can expect high shipping cost as well. I know this has tons of standees. It's got acrylics. So presumably there's going to be 2 pledge levels, one with the standees and one with the acrylics. We'll see. Either way, 1 to 4 players. We're seeing the components. Start playing in just 15 minutes. Wowzers, that's fantastic. And I think that's a great thing to spotlight right from the jump. Jump right in. I would almost mention that in the video. Jump right in with quick start tutorials and smartly packaged components. 20 plus hours of epic gameplay with quick setup and manageable play session times. So 20 plus hours of gameplay. Okay. About Us, Incredible Dream. So this is taking us to a YouTube video.
Hi.
Not sure why we're taking it off the page. Why don't we just plop that YouTube video right in there? Because just Kickstarter would much prefer to have people on the Kickstarter page. Whereas you're actually sending people away from it to watch a video. That just seems like an odd choice to me. Kinfire Chronicles is collaborative, immersive, and story-driven. I can't wait to play it with my friends. So, it's collaborative, so it's a cooperative game. Immersive and story-driven. I don't feel like this feels like one of those quotes from someone who hasn't actually played the game. And whenever I sniff that vibe, I'm like, and I know why it's here, because it's Felicia Day, and she's fantastic. But this quote, I don't feel like is fantastic. How to play. Select a quest. Awesome. Choose a quest from the available prompt cards. Open the quest folio and begin. Combat enemies together. This is great. Hopefully there's a video showcasing this. Kinfire Chronicles. Win or lose, take your spoils and rewards. Okay, so Kinfire Chronicles is a wonderful bridge between tabletop role-playing games and board games with a quick immersion and fast pace that will have you living your own stories in no time. Who's B. David Walters? Is that? No, it's not that. Yeah, so who is this? Make it clickable. If I don't know who this person is, it's like, okay, what is this? It doesn't mean anything to me. Whereas if I click on this and I say, oh, this is someone who's, a lot of experience with the X, Y, or Z, is a wonderful bridge with a quick immersion and fast pace. Okay, so he's talking about the game, fast pace. Want even more info? Download rule booklets. Awesome. Demo first 2 quests on Tabletop. Fantastic. Kinfire feels like the perfect way to bridge the gap between my never touched a board game and elite min-max gamer friends. So once again, this quote doesn't really scream, hey, I played the game. It just screams, yeah, there's something about this game that it could, I don't know. I'm not impressed by the quotes. Meet the Seeker's crew. So now we're talking about the asymmetric characters. Awesome. So what do I want here? I want the price. I want the long, sexy scrolling shot with the components, and I want the price. I feel like we're beating around the bush here. Let's see. Getting started. Open. Couldn't preview file. There's probably loading more pages. Maybe that's me. Maybe it's them. Let's try this one. Here we go. So each one is going to have its own big chunk of rules, which once again, with a rule booklet like this, I would expect that. All right. I would check that before I back this. I always recommend that. Read the rule booklet. But that being said, with the pedigree they have, in theory, you would hope this would have a good rule booklet. So that does make you feel a little bit more comfortable in the can you do it. Revenant Tank, Valor, and the fact that it's up there and people can read it right now, I also like that a lot as well. The game setting and the characters are so fun, and they make me want to just play more and find out more about them. Okay. The game settings and the characters are so fun. And they make me just want to play more. So, okay. So, you're going to want to get immersed into this game. Cool. So, $99. For whatever reason, my brain couldn't wrap around that. $99, $100. And I'm going to guess a few of these might be TikTokers, which might explain why we can't click to do it. But still, have some way to send it to something on their social medias. All these are so generic. Yeah, every single one of them just feels so generic. I agree. So, $99, 20 hours of gameplay, big honking box, tons of acrylics. The first thing that comes to my mind is that's not a bad price. That feels like roundabout what I would expect to pay for something like this. And I'm sure there's going to be another pledge level that's even higher, around the $150, $180, something like that, where I'm going to get fancy dice or something or other. Special launch discount expires at the end of the Kickstarter campaign. Prices will go up. It's originally going to be $150. Shipping and taxes are not included. Will be charged separately in the Pledge Manager. See shipping and taxes for more, so we're going to bury that at the bottom. One awesome box. Box lid with magnetic closures becomes the game board package to minimize setup and cleanup. That looks great. 6-player characters. I'd love to zoom in on some of this so I could get a better feel for the size of it, potentially. Lots of stuff here. 26 unique maps. And hopefully we upgrade that as we get Kickstarter unlocks, because if I see a Kickstarter unlock symbol here and now it says 29, I get excited because now I know there's a stretch goal. Are those cards for ants? Yeah, I don't know. Are they micro cards? Are they Ticket to Rides? Like, I feel like they're probably the Gloomhaven size cards, but because they're so zoomed out, it's weird. 15 mainline quests, which includes 32 enemy standees, 2 towns to explore. Awesome. Oh, so this is a playmat? What is this? 26 cards to explore, 106. So why is there to show me a playmat? I guess this is an add-on, maybe, or something? Yeah, that's weird. 22 booster packs to build your deck and character. 246 cards to customize your deck, so a lot of cards, cool. Much more stuff, chits, counters, unlocked extras. With your support, we've been able to unlock the following components and improvements to the board game for everyone. Backers of the board game will receive all the stretch goals at the base tier that are unlocked by the end of the campaign, regardless of when you back us. Cool. For any fantasy lover, Kinfire is the ultimate tabletop adventure, effortlessly immersing your group in rich lore while battling fearsome beasts. Yeah, that sounds so insanely generic. Like, and I'm sure maybe they sat down and I just feel like, and I'm not knocking the people who give the quotes, just the choice to use those quotes. I don't know. Premium collection reward tier. For the gamer who wants it all and wants to look. So here's it. That I said about 150, 180. This reward tier includes 1 copy of the Kinfire plus 1 copy of the premium upgrade kit, which won't be fancy dice. So here we go. The board game. And so this is where you get the acrylics. Yep, 32 upgraded acrylics. 6 neoprene player mats. Wow. What was the price on this? 180, 175, I think. Player mats, it's hot. 50 metal fate tokens. Sure would like to zoom in on these. Audio narration by Foreteller. Foreteller does a fantastic job. They also run a hell of a booth at conventions. A lot of pep in their step. Love them. With your support, we've been able to unlock the following components and premium to the premium collection. So there's going to be more as we hit more stretch goals. That's a dangerous game. That's a dangerous game, especially when you're not launching off like a rocket ship like you might have potentially hoped you were. Unlock extras. Because don't get me wrong, they're funded. That's fantastic. But I gotta imagine, with the pedigree they got, they were hoping, a little bit bigger right from the jump. With this support, we're able to unlock and the bottom line is, I still haven't seen a gameplay video of some sort. I feel like I need to know more about the actual game. Massively crafted setting with exciting rules. The creators of Blackbirds. What's Blackbirds? Jesus, I'm going to type in Blackbirds. It's going to be... Yeah, I know what a freaking Blackbird is. So what's Black... Is it a role-playing game thing? Blackbird's game. No! Is this the PlayStation 4 game? The Steam game? I think like there was an abstract strategy game I reviewed once. Like, it's just these quotes, they don't... Bless up! What's up, Vanquishers? I don't feel like they really hit the mark. They don't help. A la carte add-ons. When you back this campaign, you'll receive access to the Pledge Manager. We can get the add-ons. Enemy upgrades if you want the acrylics. This is already included the premium. This is already included the premium. This is already included the premium. So they're trying to wet your whistle and say, oh, you should get that premium. Blank Quest Folio 4-pack. A canvas ready for your imagination. Craft your own Kinfire adventures. What? So this doesn't feel like it's really that mentioned. Is this to reset everything? Yeah, I think this is to reset everything. You're not actually making campaigns, are you? So I can't even figure out exactly what this pledge level is. I think this is just a reset pack. But why would they limit 1 per backer? I don't get it. Okay. Digital map book. Cool. Download a sample map. That's odd. Kinfire is easy to get into, but deep enough that I'm sure I'll sink hours into perfecting the deck for my character. Cool. I actually like that quote. I feel like that's the first quote where I've been like, all right. I get that. Stretch goals. After we reach our initial funding goal, we'll set new fundraising targets here. When we reach a new fundraising target, it will enable us to upgrade components and potentially introduce new ones. Achieving stretch goals gives us the opportunity to enhance the product experience across the board game and the premium collection. Backers of the board game rewards table receive any things, so we're going to have... This is where the stretch goals will be. We're not even going to wet your whistle with one. I'd like to know one. Are they bangers? Am I going to be excited if we hit $75,000? I don't know. This is a game that anyone can enjoy. I'm already planning a game night with all my friends. I am confident they'll fall in love with Kinfire by the end of the night. These quotes, like, and I'm not saying they did this. 110% not insinuating they did this, but they just feel like these Fiverr levels that I see where it's like, hey, I'll mention your thing. And it feels like they just took those. Now, that being said, I don't know if that's what they did or something like that, but they just feel so... skim through the video up above before you play. Wish they had done a full playthrough and not just a 13-minute overview. Yeah, that's always an oof. I need a gameplay. And I know you're like, we don't want to spoil stuff. It's 20 hours. I feel like you could probably spoil the first 30 to 40 minutes, and I'll be just fine. New to Kickstarter. Probably not. We'll double check, but I imagine this is not moving the needle for most people enough that they're going to sign up for Kickstarter. Because you got to realize at this point there are millions and millions and millions of Kickstarter backers. You really got to be bringing it if you're going to be bringing new people to the table on Kickstarter. And I don't necessarily feel like this project has brought it. Hello, retailers. Watch it played. Wait, what is this? What is this?
He's going down to 16.
What is this? So this is the game? Okay. Oh, so this is the game. So there's a small video on how to play the game. Awesome. I feel like this is buried. Like, I'm 16 minutes into this, but at least it's there. Awesome. I would like a full playthrough, but what else? We love the learn-as-you-go aspect of the game and gave rules. Is this a gameplay? I wish I knew before I had to click on it and open up a whole separate tab. It's not. It's a preview. And now I'm just like, damn it. Is this a gameplay? 43. That looks good. That looks like good. Full playthrough. Excellent. I would spotlight this one. Spotlight this one. Kimberly Tolson, Rondo runs through. Is this a gameplay? Oh, this is a full gameplay. Wow. So that's really surprising to me that that's so low down here. Typically, if people are willing to pay the big money to get a Richard video, a Rondo runs through, I feel like you'd spotlight that a little bit more. Like, they don't even have his logo. They don't even have the Rondo's run through logo. That's odd. So cool. We got videos. Learning new games was something intimidating for me, but with this game, anyone can join the chaotic adventure quickly. Good. Good. I love that. I actually love that. He's talking about how easy this one is to learn. That's good. So we're streaming things, so you can check this out next week. Why next week? Why 2 weeks from now? That kind of, like, that's an odd choice. I understand why, actually, because they want to avoid, typically they say the last 48, the first 48, those are going to be 2 of your boom periods. And obviously every Kickstarter campaign is different. But then there's the middle, which can typically be a low. So they're trying to interweave, more engagement and excitement about the projects throughout the campaign. So I get that. And they do have the gameplays here, so I can't knock that too much. I just feel like the video area could be organized a smidge bit. The second we got done playing every quest that they sent me, Lewis looked at me and said, I want to play more. I want to play more right now. Okay. I hate this quote. It literally is just saying, I really like the game. And I say this in videos. I'm not knocking her for saying that in any stretch of the imagination. I say it all the time. I think that's a great thing when I want more out of a game. But I don't feel like that's the quote here. What more? I was just itching at the bits to see the new upgrades that I was going to be able to unlock, or the new monsters, or X, Y, and Z, or what was going to be inside the next envelope. Something like that, aside from just, hey, superfluous, it's great. I love the way the game builds on itself. It makes it really enticing for my friends who don't like sitting down and learning a bunch of rules first. So I get it. We get it. You have hammered it into our brain. This is an easy-to-learn game, and I love that. But it's a bit much now. Taxes and shipping. The chart below estimated 2023 shipping rates. So let's check out the pledge manager. So $1 sitting on the fence. $99 for the board game, $75. Oh, this is for the early bird. And then this is the premium collection. We have $193. Okay. So almost 3 to 1, something around that. That's what you want, because once again, the premium collection is where you want. Because if you don't get enough people buying your premium collection, then you kind of get screwed a little bit on the how much you're buying of all the other stuff. If you're buying, custom dice that you're going to get after the fact or something like that, you have to buy a print run of those dice in addition to a print run of the game. Shipping, $34 a premium collection up to $47, and now I'm looking at a 200 and something Yeah, 212, 220. The price isn't great to me. The price is not great to me. Then the game itself is 133. Okay. So, here's where we're going to talk brass tacks. And I hate to compare games to other games, but it's Kickstarter. And was it Nanolift, just like a week ago, 50 to 60 hours of gameplay. I feel like there's a certain amount of hours of gameplay where people really turn their head and start to say, all right, $100, let's get it, let's do it. And I don't think 20 is quite the number, which is stupid because most players are never going to even play the 20 hours. But I think that we've just been so desensitized by 100 hours of gameplay, 80 hours of gameplay, where it's like 20. It's like 200 cards in a game. That's a lot of cards, but we've just seen so many 500, 600, 700, 800 card games. So I don't feel like the price is great. How much is it? It's okay. I feel like the $99 at $133 it's okay. It feels like a Kickstarter price. It does not feel like a good price. You may need, so with VAT and taxes, they got it all covered here. Fantastic. Check out our socials. Hopefully these are clickables. So this is based on a pre-existing IP. Awesome. And that also does change things a little bit. That makes the prices a little bit more palatable when you have to do stuff like that. Okay. And there it is. Nanolith, 50 to 60 hour legacy campaign. By the way, who totally was like, hey, you should put that on their campaign, and they did. And look how good it pops. It pops. And I didn't say that about 20 hours. You'll notice I didn't say that in this video because I was like, I don't know if 20 hours pops, but 50 to 60 hours, hot diggity dog, that pops. I want to click on that right now. But no, focus. We're talking about this game with the other game, the Kinfire Chronicles. Will $1 pledge get access to Pledge Manager? Yes. When will I be charged shipping? We'll be charging shipping hopefully next summer. Can I get our multiple copies? How big is the box? How much it weighs? This is great. I'd have this in the shipping section right now. 12 inches by 12 inches by 8 inches. Yeah, this is a quad hero size. Quote choices are bland. Agreed. I think I already said that twice, but it's emphasized. Ooh, Power Core Call of Cthulhu. That's a nice looking main image. I think you just earned yourself a Kickstarter critique next week. So, project launches, okay. Comments, 47. Not much engagement, but it did just launch. I'm curious about the initiative design. Seems as though you could just get unlucky and have a ton of back-to-back monster turns. Even worse, the character just never getting a turn. Seems that this could use some further design/iteration/poor luck mitigation mechanics. This looks so great, and I'm happy to back a woman-forward/led project that cares about representation as a core value. So I would almost lean into that a little bit too. Because here's the bottom line. You mentioned that. You really pound your chest about stuff like that. There's going to be two camps. There's going to be people who like, this is stupid. Then they're going to turn off. But they would have turned off no matter what. As soon as they saw your face, they're like, we're out of here. Because those people, F those people. But everybody else, I feel like that kind of makes you rah, rah, rah. And I actually said this a couple months ago. It was a project that was all about having Ukrainian support, and I was like, you should really spotlight that sort of thing because people want to support Ukraine right now. And then there was another video game that just did that. They had a huge flag of Ukraine, and they raised like $600,000. If you give people a cause, you give people a thing to support aside from just your game, I think it really helps a lot. So I would maybe spotlight that a little bit more. But once again, I will say that was one of the first videos that we clicked on. That's right, because I was annoyed because it took me to YouTube. So they did kind of spotlight that. Good. Digital. Now that I think about it, digital map book should be part of the pledge as a stretch goal, not a $20 add-on. Same goes for the audio narration. Yep, agreed. Forecaster's amazing. The third-party team that uses professional actors and magicians to really immerse you in the story. Hopefully get a preview similar to what. Yep. I'm backing any chance for a German language to Spain. The base game rocks about $160. Sounds too expensive again. That seems to have cost in 5 Metacritic figures and lots of cards. Yeah, I think that price is going to be a big barrier for a lot of people. Pretty much anybody outside the United States of America that's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. So, final grade for this one. Do I want it? Yeah, it looks cool. I feel like they did a decent job in the video of showcasing the acrylics and what the game is and how nice the box is and Gloomhaven feels and great artwork and interesting choices to be made. And then when we get to the story, it didn't, I don't know. The quotes just kind of, they didn't do it. The videos are like buried and I don't feel like they're organized as nicely as they could be. The price doesn't seem great, but once again, you got to realize this is a first created, and that honestly scares me a little bit. Let's just rewind here because we're not just making the base game. And I say this about every Kickstarter campaign that I do that. It's always important to see what we're making. Because we're making the base game, plus we're making 32 set of acrylic standees, which will be its own separate thing, plus we're making player mats, but granted they're part of the game, plus we're having these are probably just generic coins. Okay, so there's not too much physical we're making, actually. I take that back. These are relatively simple. It's not like we're doing shirts or pins, or I did a music box earlier today or anything ridiculous like that. So can you do it? I do feel solid, but I would not be surprised if this one ended up getting pulled and relaunched if it doesn't quite get into that 100,000, 200,000 range quicker rather than later. I want this, but extremely underwhelmed. I will have to watch the videos, check out all the boxes for me, but the presentation had me just kind of meh, and I agree. I think any time where I go through a Kickstarter campaign, I'm like, yeah, I really want to read through these rules. I really want to watch through this video. That tells me that you just didn't get me away with the wit and the whimsy of your Kickstarter campaign. So can you do it? Yeah, I feel okay. A lot of good track. Actually, never mind. I feel great. So can you do it? Yes. Do I want it? Yeah. How much is it? Price doesn't seem great. Really doesn't. Especially with how you've presented yourself, because that's kind of a double-edged sword. You did so well on the Do I Want It? You know, talking about how we have people with a lot of experience doing fantastic things. And when I hear that, I say to myself, okay, this is probably going to be a game that I'm going to be able to get after the Kickstarter, because they clearly have their heads screwed on right. They got their ducks in a row. It looks good. And then when I see that price, I say to myself, maybe I wait until retail on this one, which I know is not fair because it's a first-time creator, but that's still, I can't not think that. It's just Kickstarter has made me think that. So how much is it? I don't think it's great. Final grade on this one. Obviously, we don't have any updates, but hopefully they're engaging updates that get people involved and engage, ask some questions. But do I want it? Yeah. Can you do it? Could feel good. How much is it? Yeah. I'm going to give this one, I think, a C+. I think overall, it left a really solid impression. I feel like the video was good. They spotlighted their pedigree, but it just was missing that it factor. The quotes were just bland. The video area wasn't great. But overall, still, I think a solid project. Kinfire Chronicles, and it looks like a cool game. I'd read the rules and watch that weird 18-minute, not quite gameplay video to see if it's for you. Sean's here with a C-, but let me know in the comments below what's your final grade on Kinfire Chronicles. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. I'm trying to reach 15,000 subscribers to celebrate something. Celebrate something or other.